Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-diving deep into something that runs our world, but we often take for granted: information systems. Seriously, from your smartphone to global banking, they're the invisible architecture of modern life. But how did we get here? It wasn't overnight. Let's rewind the clock and trace the incredible evolution of information systems. Our story starts way before computers. Think ancient civilizations. The Sumerians with their cuneiform tablets, the Egyptians with hieroglyphics on papyrus. These were the original information systems. They were designed to record transactions, track grain, and manage the state. The technology was clay and reeds, but the purpose was the same as today: to capture, store, and retrieve data to make better decisions. Then came innovations like the printing press, which was a massive leap. It democratized information, making it possible to replicate and distribute knowledge on an unprecedented scale. Libraries became vast databases of human knowledge. These were all manual systems, powered by human effort, but they laid the essential groundwork for everything that followed. The real game changer, of course, was the invention of the electronic computer in the mid-20th century. Suddenly, we had machines that could process information at speeds unimaginable to any human. The earliest business computers, like the UNIVAC, were colossal beasts that filled entire rooms. Their job? Automating tedious, repetitive tasks. This was the era of transaction processing systems, or TPS. Think about a bank in the 1960s. Instead of manually recording every single deposit and withdrawal in a giant ledger, a computer could do it automatically. This was revolutionary. It drastically reduced errors, sped up processes, and allowed businesses to handle a much larger volume of transactions. Payroll, inventory, order processing, all these fundamental business operations were among the first to be computerized. These systems were all about efficiency and data collection on a massive scale. As businesses gathered more and more data through their TPS, a new question arose. What do we do with all this information? Just processing transactions wasn't enough. Managers needed help making sense of the data to guide their decisions. This led to the rise of management information systems, or MIS, in the 1970s. And MIS would take the raw data from the transaction systems and summarize it into useful reports. Think weekly sales reports, monthly production summaries, or quarterly financial statements. These weren't just lists of transactions. They were structured reports that highlighted trends and exceptions. For the first time, managers could get a regular, consolidated view of what was happening in their department or company without having to sift through mountains of raw data. It was a move from pure data processing to generating actual business intelligence. But even MS had its limitations. The reports were often rigid and predefined. What if a manager had a unique one-off question that wasn't covered in the standard monthly report? Like, how would our sales be affected if we increased the price of our top product by 5% in the Western region? This need for more flexible, interactive analysis gave birth to decision support systems, or DSS, in the 1980s. ADSS was different. It was an interactive tool that managers could use themselves. It allowed them to play with data, create models, and run what-if scenarios. Instead of just looking at what happened in the past, they could now explore potential futures and the impact of different decisions. This was a huge empowerment for managers, moving them from passive recipients of information to active analysts. While middle managers were getting powerful tools with DSS, what about the people at the very top? The CEOs, the presidents, the executives. Their needs were different. They didn't have time to run complex models. They needed a high-level bird's-eye view of the entire organization and its competitive landscape. This is where Executive Information Systems, or EIS, came into play. An EIS provided a graphical dashboard with key performance indicators, or KPIs. With a few clicks, an executive could see sales figures, production status, financial health, and even competitor data, all presented in easy-to-understand charts and graphs. They could then drill down into areas that looked interesting or concerning. The focus was on ease of use, visualization, and providing a snapshot of the business's vital signs for strategic long-term planning. Then, in the 1990s, the internet exploded onto the scene and everything changed again. The world became connected. Businesses started thinking bigger, looking to integrate all their disparate systems, finance, HR, manufacturing, supply chain into one seamless whole. This led to the era of enterprise resource planning, or ERP systems. Giants like SAP and Oracle created massive software suites that aimed to be the single source of truth for an entire company. Instead of having one system for sales and another for inventory, an ERP system integrated them. When a sales order was entered, it automatically updated inventory levels, triggered a production order if needed, and fed the financial data into the accounting module. This created unprecedented efficiency and visibility across the entire organization. At the same time, the internet also opened up new ways for companies to interact with their customers and suppliers. This gave rise to customer relationship management, or CRM systems, and supply chain management, or SCM systems. CRMs helped companies manage every interaction with their customers, from the first marketing contact to sales and after-sales service. SCM systems optimize the flow of goods, information, and finances from the initial supplier all the way to the final customer. These systems extended the reach of information systems beyond the walls of the company itself. And that brings us to today, the era of cloud computing, big data, artificial intelligence, and the Internet of Things. Information systems are no longer just housed in a company's basement. They're in the cloud, accessible from anywhere on any device. We're generating data at an incredible rate from social media, sensors, and smart devices. This is big data. And we're reusing incredibly powerful AI and machine learning algorithms to analyze this data in ways that were science fiction just a decade ago. Today's systems can predict customer behavior, identify fraud in real time, optimize logistics routes on the fly, and even power self-driving cars. They are no longer just supporting the business. In many cases, they asterisk the business. Think about companies like Netflix, Amazon, or Google. Their entire business model is built on a sophisticated, intelligent information system. So, from clay tablets to the intelligent cloud, the journey of information systems has been incredible. The core purpose has always been the same: to turn raw data into valuable information, knowledge, and ultimately, wise decisions. But the technology and the scope have evolved beyond what our ancestors could have ever imagined. The next time you order a pizza on an app, stream a movie, or check your bank balance, take a moment to appreciate the complex web of information systems working silently in the background. It's the engine that drives our modern world. What do you think the next big leap in information systems will be? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and if you found this interesting, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the tech that shapes our lives. See you in the next video.